Well, the time has come to finally throw some mods at the old Hellcat. Stick around. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the garage, and we've got a table full of parts over here. Let's see if we can take a look. Whoop. Focus, focus. There we go. We got a table full of parts to throw on the old Hellcat, as you can see in the background, and it's time to start throwing some on. I just got done putting some brand new factory wideband sensors on to make sure that we're reading good, and on top of it I threw a diff brace on while I was underneath there. Thank God for the lift, right? And thought, what better place to start than my favorite hated mod, a cold air intake, which I say it's my favorite hated because these things don't really do anything. Supposedly, and I went with AFE. So there are AFEs out there that make more power than this one. This is the GT Momentum, or Momentum GT. I got it because it's red, and I like white with red, you know. And so they say this thing flows 7% more air. I don't know. Probably won't. And I don't know, this probably won't be any louder, so you're not going to get any more noise out of it. Oddly enough, they make a thing that clips in here, not very well, mind you, to go to your headlight duct to help breathe in cold air. You have to buy this separately. It's extra. Like, it's kind of a crappy ordeal there, but you know, it was only like 40 bucks. It's not the end of the world. But if you're doing a cold air intake, or you've done a cold air intake on a Hellcat, which way would you go with? Why? You know, let me know. I know there's a lot out there that have more airflow, but the thing about it is this thing's fairly well protected from heat, and I think that that's going to be the bigger benefit here. These things have fairly decent IATs, like high IATs. We've got our duct here with our MAF sensor on there. This plugs into the back of the air filter, and then it's going to stick in there like so, like so. Unfortunately, this is the boot that goes from this to the throttle body. I've got a new throttle body, but obviously it's not going to work because it's a 108mm throttle body. So the new throttle body is actually the size of this. This gets necked down to the factory one, and for whatever reason, AFE doesn't make this that's the same size all the way through. Not a big ordeal. This is a 30-degree coupler, but finding one that has the little nipple port there for your crankcase or something, whatever, wherever that goes, is next to impossible. So we're going to leave the factory throttle body on for now, which kind of bumps me out because I grabbed this VMPP, man. This thing is a beast. Look at this beauty. Oh, I was really hoping to get this thing thrown on and installed. They say this thing doesn't need a tune. Man, I don't know how in the world it wouldn't, but it is a monster. So this thing comes with instructions, but I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to start unplugging stuff and seeing if I can figure this out on my own. There should be a clip on the MAF here. Boo. Come on. There we go. The MAF's disconnected. This thing should pop out. Oh, well, that's interesting. That is literally just a pressure sensor that is on top of that. Okay, that's weird. Ah, there we go. Popped it out of the boot. Hurt my finger in the process. Let's get the flat head in here so we can take those off. Wish we had some more barking dogs in the background. And looks like we've got a 8mm there and a couple screws for the lid. So let's just go ahead and get the screws for the lid out. Lid should pop up this way. There, we got that done. Well, I pull the MAF sensor out of that. It's probably about time to change this thing out. She's getting a little nasty. I'll just throw that over there. And here's what we're dealing with. Here's the factory one. It's kind of a fabric style, hard fabric. And then it's got this one that pulls out of the bottom, which the new one does also. And for the most part, it's just going to sit in there like so. The rubber boot that's on the factory intake, it's like an isolation shock isolator, should pop loose. There we go. We can pop it in there like so. Set this over here. Let's get this off. There we've got our factory throttle body. Probably a good time to do the mass airflow. It looks to be a T10 Torx. T20 Torx bit for that. Pay attention whenever you're taking this thing out. There is an arrow showing the direction of airflow. We want to make sure whenever we put it in the new one that we get that in the right place. So we've got our new duct here. Air's going this way, comes in this side, goes out that side. So we'll double check our arrow. And honestly, I don't think that you can put these in backwards because I think the way that the spacing is on the screws, that they'll only fit one direction. Okay, that part is done. Grab our new clamps that this one comes with. Oh, you know what? It came with new screws to screw that in. I just sent it with the old ones. I have a sneaking suspicion they may have not have been the same, but oh well. You've got a big one and a small one here. Obviously the big one's going to go on this side. The small one's going to go on your throttle body side. So let's see that we can get this side at least started. Okay, and we want to flip that over so it's easier to get to. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We'll do the same orientation on this one, and then it goes like that. Okay, so I think the next step will be to take this out, go ahead and secure this in place. Really surprised. Oh, there's a little hole down in there and a little kind of nipple that fits in that hole to keep this thing from moving around too much. But we're going to go ahead and put this screw in. Actually, we probably need to run our flimsy little headlight duct. This thing really doesn't click in very well. I hope it stays.
10 hours later.
So essentially what's going on, this thing does have a little key notch in there, but it just doesn't fit worth a damn. I'm going to heat this up a little bit and bend these out and see if I can get some more retention on it. Okay, so I've got that spread quite a bit more now. There we go. Where's the keyway? There it is. Okay. Much better. So let's now try and snake this thing into place. There, ha-ha! Ducks looks good. Uh-oh, where'd my screw go? Did I knock my screw out? Okay, found my 8mm. we're good there. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Getting all of this to go together. And we've got a filter gasket. Oh, it goes on the outside of this, I bet. Maybe I should read the instructions. Maybe I should read the instructions. We almost made it without instructions. We're going to have to break down and cheat. Okay. G. What is G? Seal. Is there supposed to be a seal at the bottom of that? Oh, there is. But it didn't come with one. Supposed to reuse that seal. That sucks. So what it's saying is there should be a seal down here at the bottom of this where it sucks out of the fender liner, but it doesn't come with one unless we're supposed to be using this thing as the seal, which that's not what it shows. Oh, I get it. So they wanted you to use the factory scoop. That's why it doesn't come with an air scoop. Okay, so this seal does go on that bottom hole, like so. Okay. I smell what you're stepping in. It's too long. We're gonna have to cut it down a little bit. Okay, so now we've got our seal on the bottom. Let's see if we can get this thing snaked back into position without messing anything up. Oh yeah, okay, that's better. Our intake duct's in the right spot. We should be able to go ahead. And honestly, I think we need to put the air filter in first. So if we tilt it back, it kind of clips, there we go, it kind of pops into place on there. And then of course our stupid elbow popped loose. Oh my goodness, what are you guys doing to us? What the hell? And there goes our seal. Starting to get a little pissed off. Literally about to start super gluing things into place. Are you seriously ducked? Okay, I put a couple wraps of Tiva tape on here to help keep this thing snug. I hope it works. Holy crap, I think we're there. Let's lock everything in place before something happens. Okay, so now we've got all those on. Let's see if we can, what's the process for popping this into place? Hey-yo! I think we're there. I think we're there. Looks like these clamps are 11 millimeter. There we go. Snug as a rug. Bug in a rug. It should just pop in. Put that sensor back on. And bingo, we're done. What do you think? Should we fire this thing up, see what it sounds like? I bet we don't notice a single difference. Probably help to have the key. I don't know, maybe it is a little louder. Looks a whole hell of a lot better, I'll say that much. Well, that's our AFE Momentum GT intake installed. It may be louder, it's hard to tell because the exhaust is so loud. Can't really hear anything whenever you give it the juice. Out on the highway though, maybe we'll pick up a little bit of noise. I'm not expecting much from this one because the ones that are noisy are just like open filters, and they come with block offs for this because rainwater could get all over the filter and stuff, and they just heat soak from the engine bay. And essentially I think that the ones that make the most power are going to be the ones that provide a cool air charge, largest filter area. And we're going to pick some up whenever we go over to the other throttle body. That's on the list. Along with a smaller pulley, we're going to have to pull the blower so we can get the snout off. That's coming in a future video. We've got an upgraded idler pulley. We've got a catch can system to install. Then we've got also a lower pulley pin kit. So we're going smaller pulley up top, smaller pulley down bottom. These things run about 10 PSI stock. I think we're going to be in the 16 to 17 PSI range. And so that is a significant amount of horsepower. If these things make 700 stock, we should be in the 8 to 850 range whenever it's all said and done. They say this thing picks up, I don't know, 20 horsepower. I don't buy it. I don't buy the cold air intakes really make that much horsepower. If it picks up horsepower from this, it's not going to. It's just not going to. I don't believe it. So, fudge dyno numbers. But that's it for our first mod for the Hellcat. At least it looks good. We got that going for us. So, I'm going to go out, do some tuning, because you know the drill. This is the garage. ABT, always be tuning, is our motto. So thanks for stopping by. If you got any questions, tuning questions, hit up the comments or join the Patreon. There's a link down in the description. Check out our sponsors in the description. Give them some love. And man, I really need to hose this engine bay. Well, that's it for now. ABT. See you guys later.